Hi, I'm Evan, and I have a chocolate milk every morning to start my day off right. So why don't you join me and sip, slurp, and gulp as we talk about my perspective as a transgender autistic person in this crazy, beautiful world. Let's chocolate milk talk. Hi, welcome back. This is Chocolate Milk Talk. So today I kind of want to talk about play. But I think first I want to kind of state where I'm at. Only because I think maybe sometimes someone can feel not alone if they know someone else is going through the same thing. It's funny, you wouldn't think a podcast would overwhelm you and add too much on your plate because you're having a good time with it. You think it's fun, right? But I guess the pressure of time and the pressure just in general from it, I think, is overwhelming and adds a challenge to it. I think it's hard when you force creativity. It needs, for me, it needs a special place to come out and play, if that makes sense. I need, enter this, certain state of mind, and then I'm there and able to be creative or do, what I want. Work on my projects, I guess. But I guess when you put a schedule to it and you put pressure to it, it makes it harder. I mean, I have a music video that I'd love to release on Christmas, and it's got quite a bit filmed, but it needs a lot still done to it. So who knows if it'll be out by Christmas? I would love it to be, and again, maybe it won't. I guess me being autistic, you kind of just gotta flow with where I go. But I want to continue to try this and just share where I'm at and who I am, because I think someone can relate and feel not alone. But I know it's getting to me because the more things I commit to, I get more and more meltdowns. But I mean, I don't know if it's got to do a lot to do, I think, with my living situation and a lot of other factors. But I love that I I have a good living situation. It's just, I think, sometimes difficult when you live with your parents. But something I said earlier kind of would bring me into the subject of play, where it it takes me a bit of time to enter that state of mind of creativity. I need time. I can't just and I'm there. I need to be in a safe space. I need very non-judgmental, very accepting space, whether it's with people or by myself. Or I just need to be in a state of mind, that it doesn't matter. I can do whatever I want and it's okay. Because it is okay, you can, if you want to go and, jump around with a hula hoop in the park, go ahead. If you want to go around with a squirt gun and run around and dun 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 play music in your head, go ahead. Do whatever brings you joy and makes you happy, and don't care what other people think, because they'll be focused on you for 5 seconds, like, well, look at that person over there, and then they're back on their life and their problems. And maybe you stood out to them in a way that will come back to them later and they'll thank you for it. I don't know. But I think, when you play, at least for me, I've got to be in a certain state of mind. And and if I can't get there, and I guess I can't get there, but um, it's a joyful state of mind. I think it's a creative state of mind. If you're having joy when you're doing something, then it's play. If you're not having joy and feels like it's not tolerated, it's just a task, and it's not play. But you can make a nothing task playful and bring joy into it. Um, like with uh, simply brushing your teeth. You can pretend your teeth are all criminals and they all have warrants out for them and for the dirty deeds they did and kept the sugar on your teeth, and then your toothbrush is the detective or the cop coming around to get him. I'm gonna get you. You never know. I don't know. And then, or you could pretend you're being filmed for some TV show and you have to act it out, and you'd be like, "Oh well, hello. Today we're gonna talk to tooth number one. How are you doing today?" And I don't know, some way to make it fun for you and what you're interested in. But I think, it is harder for adults to reach this play state than it is for kids. Kids, get into it in a second, and it takes a little bit for adults to uh, play or even remember how to play. Uh, but I think even if it's been years since you've played, um, even by yourself, like not even involving your kid or kids that yeah, they can help you get into that state. But I think even having that time for yourself is something really special. Like I get into the bathtub with toys and literally play, like I have a slide that I make every time, or sometimes I don't play with all the toys depending on how overstimulated I am. Sometimes I just use the bath for water purposes of feeling how it feels on my body as a sensory thing, because it is very relaxing. Um, but I have a slide I have that I can build. I have a suction cup basketball hoop. I have a fishing set with a fishing pole with magnetic fish, and each fish lets out a different stream of water, so it's sensory in that way. Um, and it's calming for me. But it's also fun. It's play. You add a play factor into it. And, I just got a trampoline, so that's play. That's fun. And it's also a sensory thing, too. And hopes to help me get some energy out. But I do love to jump, so I'm enjoying it so far. So, um, but, I've got my Legos. I've got over 80,000 bricks, and still growing. I love them, and I hope to build lots more with them and grow the craft because I enjoy it. It's a great, great system. Um, I'd love to see the Lego collection I have by the time I'm like 80 years old or something. It's gonna be incredible. Just to think of the things that I could build in that time frame, it's gonna be really cool. Uh, and I'm excited because I bring my friends into it, and some of my friends want to play with my Legos and see what they can build and create. So it's really cool that I can pass that along and share that. Uh, I I was told that um, it approximately takes 400 repetitions to create a new uh, synapse in your brain. And if it's done with play, it only takes 10 to 20 repetitions to create that new synapse. So that's pretty cool. So if you can incorporate play into your life and into your daily routine, you're even helping your brain like grow and uh, you know be a better brain than it was the day before, I guess. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know, but it sounds a lot better than 400 repetitions compared to 10 to 20 repetitions. I don't know. I'm on board. Um, I, you know, I would say if you're scared of playing or scared of doing it, just, first try it by yourself alone in your room, and don't feel judged, so no one's around to perceive you. But, as you practice, maybe invite other people, your friends to come in and play with you. But, I think it just takes self-awareness and a willingness to just do it. Just let yourself do it. Just play. Don't be scared what you look like. Who cares, if you look stupid or silly, just do it. Just let yourself have a ball and play. Don't be so hard on yourself. You really can't. You just got to have fun. It's important because you're going to want to look back and you're going to be glad that you did it. It's any way you can do it. Write a song, sing, write something, play something, build something, involve people, don't involve people. Just be yourself. You got this. Have fun.